This is Hidden Killers Live with Tony Brueski, Stacey Cole, and Todd Michaels.
We're talking about the Melodee Buzzard situation right now, where she is missing as of this recording. Mom has not yet been arrested. Thinking charges may be imminent. We'll find out. She's innocent, so proving guilty. But the case is where it sits right now. She went to Nebraska and didn't come back with her daughter. And now we wait. Wait for her to crack. Wait for her to say something. Wait for somebody to find a body. Wait for whatever is going to happen. But
let me ask you something, Tony and Todd. Yeah. What's the longest you've driven by yourself?
Without another driver?
Bingo.
Yeah. Probably 12 to 16 hours, but then like a day off, or maybe 2 days. I wouldn't drive that again the next day.
So 3,000 miles round trip, right? Because it was 1,500 one way.
Yeah.
In what, 3 days?
That's quite a drive, yeah.
Yeah. How do you do that by yourself? I get a little winded driving 3 hours, and I'm just
talk to any over-the-road truck driver. They do it daily.
Well, of course, but she's not. She's not one of those.
Yeah, I mean, you could do it. I mean, are you? It's doable if you're on a mission.
Well, either you're on a mission, or there was somebody else involved between point A and point B.
And that's my big question: who else was involved in this?
And that's a big question. I don't know. I mean, I think there's. The first thing that came to my mind on this, and I don't know why, but because she drove so far, maybe that's why, was, she trafficked her daughter.
Yeah.
Because she went into a corridor where this happens a lot, too. Like, the physical locations she traveled amongst. And I don't know, did she go there with an intention, a stopping point, a direction, someone she was going... Again, pure speculation. The woman's been charged with nothing. If this is what happened, as we speculate, did she go with the intention of meeting up with a specific person, or did she just go along the route and make a lot of stops at gas stations and Walmarts and whatever, shopping her around?
That whole idea just made me sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The shopping around thing. Ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, there have been some reports from people who say they did see them at a Walmart in Omaha. Police have not verified that at this point, but they're all over Facebook saying that they've contacted the police department there. So,
and very likely so. I mean, I'm sure they made some stops. I'm sure people saw them when they were out, but are they, did they stand out from the crowd? Honest to God, you look at the pictures of them at the car rental place. I don't know. I walk into Walmart, that looks like half the customers. And I'm not saying anything bad about Walmart. I'm just saying people in general. I mean, everybody's wearing hoodies. Everybody's, everybody looks, semi-sus half the time these days.
Well, and who dresses up to go to Walmart? I mean, the places that I've gone that, with my hair in a ponytail and sweats, it's Walmart, let me tell you. I dress up to go to Target, but Walmart,
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that I would, be thinking anything weird about. I mean, and that's why this trafficking, that's why it's so successful and why it goes on around us all the time. Because it's not out there the way that you may think of it in movies where, does it exist in some horrible ways? Yes. But they're not always sitting there rotting away in a basement, with shackles on. No. They're in Walmart next to you. They're shopping. They look like they're with, you assume, this must be their mother. This must be their father. This must be babysitter, brother, sister, whoever they may be with. You're hoping it's the best. But some cases, you just don't know. And sometimes you get really weird feelings. Like, what the hell is going on over here? And sometimes it's just, this is just a horrible parent. Why on earth do they have custody of this child? Because they're so irresponsible. But more times than not, they're not out there trying to make noise. They're not the ones that are going to stand out in the crowd because they don't want the attention. The ones that are making noise and are just horrible parents, being with their children that are byproducts of themselves, that are causing scenes because they're so stupid. They don't realize that, gee, maybe I'll get CPS calling me for causing a scene here in the Walmart. But things like this, no, they want to fly below the radar. And that's why they're everywhere. This is just one we happen to notice. I don't know why this one is the one we happen to notice, because kids go missing all the time. But this, because I think you got her, almost, in a cage here. The mom of like, why are we paying attention now, I guess, is the other question. Why couldn't this attention have been on this girl prior to this?
2 years before.
Yeah. But we have a system where too many rights end up going, too many rights, quote unquote, are being protected of the mentally ill. Quite honestly, there are so many laws that protect people, and again, there's reasons for those laws. There's places and times where they do make sense, from people abusing the rules and the laws and going out and, this person's crazy, they shouldn't have their children. We'll automatically take them. That's not how that works. Thankfully so. But at the same point, we don't have the system functioning where someone is making these claims, that it's investigated properly and that can actually make a safe judgment call on this and protect a child. So there's always something missing in the process. Something's missing in all of the systems where we say on paper, well, this is how it should work. And it doesn't. And when you have someone who is mentally ill, someone who is going through something like this mother sounds like she was, and you have family saying, we really, something needs to be done here, well, she has to want to get help first.
Yeah.
And even when you do have the resources to get that, especially if you have the resources to get the person help, they have to want it. And then you have to be able to get them there. The reality, though, in most cases is they don't want the help and there's no resources available. Or they're too expensive, or they're out of reach, or what have you. So there's another pitfall. So even if you do want it, good luck getting it. And then let's trust them with children.
I don't know. I'm just sitting here. I get so exasperated about this, get worked up about it. And your comments make a lot of sense, Tony, but they don't make me feel any better.
No.
I need somebody to make me feel better about this. And I don't know what it's going to take. Like, we finally find out the girl's fine. She's with a friend and whatever. I mean, that would be wonderful. But we're getting to the point, and even a lot of the analysis that's coming from FBI and police and legal, they're just saying this is not, as we get farther and farther out from this trip, it's not looking very good.
Especially if they're tearing up, drywall and flooring. That's not a good sign for a missing person.
No, they're looking for trace evidence that maybe something happened there. The fact, though, that the only good thing about this is that there's video of her in the car rental place before the trip took place.
So we know nothing happened prior.
Meaning, if they're looking in the house, they're probably not going to find, bodily material that shows like she was murdered and then trafficked or went and dumped in Nebraska. But I think the digital trail is what's going to be most revealing. So whatever is on that mother's phone, whatever is on her computer, whatever is there, that's what's going to be, I think, the most revealing in this case, more than anything else. Because it shows she was the car is going to be a touchy one, because the car could show a lot. Did something happen in that vehicle, and what was the reason for it? But I mean, there's no parent. There's no parent that's going to come back from a trip and everybody's looking for your kid, and you're going to literally take down the missing posters, not cooperate with police if you know where your kid is. Unless you do know where your kid is and you don't want to be found.
Well, you have every chance to say, oh, wait a second, my kid is with Aunt Betty, and then Aunt Betty produces a photo or video or whatever, and, today's newspaper showing the date, she's fine.
There is no reason.
None of
There's
that.
no reason. And if it's something more personal, like behind the scenes of whatever it may be, that the world doesn't need to know about, you can convey that to authorities.
And they can say, we have confirmed the child is well, the child is fine. Yeah. We're moving on and closing this investigation. And then we go about our business and find another story to talk about. But nobody has said that.
Yeah.
Nobody has said that.
Yeah.
Where is she?
That's the question. And that's something that, as of right now, we do not know. Another piece of this that I want to bring up that I mentioned quite a bit, but I did a little more digging into it over the weekend is the crazy amount of lost kids. And this is just California. It's only one I looked at. But between 2019 and 2020 and 2021 and 2022 school years, California lost roughly 270,000 public school students.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Yeah.
Say it again.
270,000 public school students off the roster. Now, there is ways of breaking this down more. But even when you do that, state tracking does explain most, where keep in mind COVID years here too.
Okay.
So there's a lot of homeschooling and all that. So yes, the roster did dramatically get affected, but then kids started coming back to school. And then, we started getting back on the books where things, back to normal. Here's where we're accounting for the existence of children. Well, still about 150,000 of them can't be accounted for. It's like, this isn't a problem in the country. This isn't an issue. This isn't anything to stand up on. I mean, for the love of God. This isn't anything. This wouldn't be, this is insane. This is, and it's like, and yes, some of them, the actual number, if we were to get into every underprivileged ghetto area in the world or place where people are not reporting their children and the parents are little more than Neanderthals themselves and can't handle raising a child, yet there's children amongst them making more children, you're probably going to get a little bit different number. But you're still talking a lot of kids.
That's a
if even a
ton.
fraction of 150,000 are just missing, where the fuck did they go?
Wow.
And why? And again, why is this not like the biggest damn issue in our country?
If y'all care about kids so much.
We all care about kids so much, but we do nothing when we have like uber predators around that we know did this sort of shit. We have our director of our FBI going, Epstein, we have no record of him trafficking girls to anyone other than themselves. Were you on the fucking island too? I don't think you were, but what the fuck? Or are you just that stupid? I mean, it's just, and then we sit here and go, well, he says it. It must be true because he's on this guy's team, the guy I really like. Okay, this isn't a team sport. This is just pretending reality doesn't exist. So if he said tomorrow night, there's no stars in the sky, there's never been evidence of stars, they're not out there. Well, they're right there. All right. Do you see this? Well, he said they're not. So I'm going to go with that. And a lot of people go with that.
I know.
And it's learned ignorance, and it's like ignorance as a lifestyle, and ignorance that people are proud of. And this is not a political statement. This is just denying reality on reality's terms. If you're doing that, and you're doing it for a politically motivated reason or embarrassed reason, because you're embarrassed that maybe you were behind somebody at one point in time, and I don't care what fucking side you're on. Whether, you hate Bill Clinton, you hate Obama, you hate Biden, you hate Trump, whoever the fuck it is. If you can't take a step back and say, this just goes against reality here.
Yeah.
You may need to take a little look in the mirror. What else are you hiding? What else is in that closet of yours that you don't want to deal with? And it may be you just don't want to deal with reality, because reality is pretty fucking dark. But you can't sit there and you can't pretend that none of this is going on because it's right in front of us right now. And nobody's seeming to give a rat's ass. We go online, and giving a rat's ass doesn't mean replying to a TikTok or leaving a comment. I appreciate it. Please do comment. Make your voice heard. But if that's where it ends, then you're enabling it. If you know what's going on and nobody's outraged and nobody's saying shit, you're more upset because a fucking piece of the White House got torn down than this shit. Your priorities are fucked up. And I'm not happy with the White House being torn apart either. But I'd rather spend my energy and my efforts throwing this shit out to the world to consume and realize what the problem is than that shit.
That's the problem. Oh, that's
a distraction. This is reality.
Right. We're wagging the tail.
The story needs to get out there with all the news networks and stuff like that. They've got pictures of the White House all over the place. Even conservative numbers across the country, Tony, are about 350,000 kids in 2024. That's conservative numbers. Yeah. That's the ones that are reported. That's not the ones that people don't necessarily know about or do know about but don't want anybody to know about. 350,000 kids went missing in one frickin' year. One.
And that's the ones we know about. Yeah.
Exactly. Those are the ones that are reported.
Those are the ones from typically more responsible parents or people that give a shit about them that are like, what the fuck? And if you look out into the ether of all the kids out there, those are the lucky ones that have people that gave a shit about them.
Yeah,
and they're the minority of the kids. There's far more children out there that nobody gives a shit about than does give a shit about. And I know that sounds really dystopian and horrible. It's true. It is true. I've been raising a child for the last 13 years. I've seen various school districts. I've seen really good. I've seen really bad. And I've seen parents in all different groups. I've seen all different types. And I've seen just situations where these kids are coming from and where they live and what is normal and healthy, quote unquote, and what is passable by the system. And it's insane.
Yeah.
It is utterly fucking insane. And it is no wonder these things are happening. I mean, if we could just have a little common sense sometimes, just go walk around some fucking neighborhoods and go, maybe we should go take a look inside this house. Mm-hmm. The shit you would find and the lack of people you have to deal with these problems. That is the other reality of all this. But
issue.
Again, it takes money, it takes people, it takes giving a shit, and it's going to take swallowing a big fucking pill of a lot of people are going to go down that you may never have thought could be the monsters that they are. And that's the reality of it. And I think there's a lot of people that at the end of the day, too, have enabled a lot of these monsters, and nobody wants to be a monster enabler, even on a small level. People are going to want to keep that dignity and not want to be in any way saying that, oh, I was wrong about that person's character. It's okay to be wrong about a person's character. It's not okay to be that character.
It's hard to watch people that we've idolized fall. And I bring up Bill Cosby all the time. That crushed me. But you know what? He can burn in fucking hell for what he's done.
And he's free.
I know. So what do we really care about? What's important to us? People's dignity and their souls? Or do we just not care?
What do we care about in that case? We care about Bill Cosby talking about other people. I think at the end of the day, that's the story there.
Yeah.
Why is Ghislaine Maxwell in a minimum security prison now? Because we care about who she's going to talk about.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of people out there that are free. That again, there is a market, and I'm being as cold and callous as I can with my words here, because it is what it is. There's a market for these children.
God.
It's a sick, twisted cacophony of evil people, soul rippers. I love that term that Robin has coined the other day. But they're out there. They are everywhere.
They're next to us.
Mm-hmm. They are. And until we start waking up and accepting reality on reality's terms, this shit's just going to keep happening. And until we start going and demanding that our system change, it's going to keep working exactly as it is right now. The system is working as designed. It is not broken right now. This is how it's designed to work. You want it to change? Vote. Fix it. Demand it. Get upset about the right shit. And then maybe something can happen. As of right now, it's a perfect reflection of our society. Ignorant.
I hate that you said that. I just fucking hate that you said that, because you are 100% right. There's some nuance to this, but
yes,
you nailed it.
Yeah.
We don't fucking care. At the end of the day, we don't care.
There's not enough people who care, I think, is the right
And there are some. There are some who work
tirelessly. There certainly are some. There's many who do. But if there's not enough to move the needle to have any of this shit change, then we have to say, by and large, we don't care.
So what do?
Start caring. Start giving a shit. Start having a voice about it. Start demanding shit change. And stop insulating ourselves and getting distracted and being angered by stupid shit.
Yeah.
That's a little less icky. Yeah, it is less icky to be mad about a construction project. But it doesn't help anything either.
No.
That's where it sits. We'll keep watching this, and I it's not going to end well. I'm sure in a few, who knows? I don't know if we're ever going to even know what happened of her.
Yeah.
But I put money it's not going to be a good story ending.
She would have been produced by now if there were a good ending to this story. I really believe that in my heart.
But as of right now, that's where it's sitting. Mom obviously has not been charged with anything as of yet. She's innocent until proven guilty. So anything we talked about there, it's allegedly, in our opinion, guessing. Who the fuck knows? But if you can't say where your fucking kid is after you drove to Nebraska and came back without her, there's a problem, bitch. There's a fucking problem. Your thoughts? Did I miss anything in the comments?
Our comment section has been lovely today. Everybody's been just bringing up all kinds of points, but you've been nailing a lot of them, so you're good.
Good. All right. On that, I'm going to wrap up and go bathe in Purell.
Does that help? Because I'll go do that too.
There's a visual in my mind now for the rest of the day.
Just like tons of Purell. Just like, oh my God. It's just, ugh. I'm actually going to go take my daughter, and she's getting her braces off today.
That's awesome.
Yay, Harper.
Now make sure she wears her retainer, please.
Oh, well, yes, that's the next battle.
Oh.
Yeah, because I didn't, and my teeth shifted back, and I got into a lot of trouble. So just make sure she does that.
That, and keep it away where the pets can't eat it, and all that shit.
Don't throw it away accidentally.
Yeah, I'm just, kids are going to be kids, so I'm just kind of taking a deep breath, going, all right, that's going to happen.
There will be frustrations.
There will be. But she's been really, honest to God, she's had braces now for about 2 years, and no complaint, I never had braces, but she was just a complete trooper through the whole damn thing, but she's excited about that. So
what are you going to take her to eat afterwards?
I don't
Anything?
know.
Go get a caramel apple.
She's been wanting, there's a hot pot restaurant that she's been wanting to go to, this Korean place down the road. We might go there. That might be kind of fun.
Nice.
But, so take care of your kids out there because this sort of shit is very real. Very, very real. Until next time, for Todd and Stacey, I'm Tony Brueski. We'll talk again real soon.
Want more on this case and others? Then press subscribe now and don't miss a moment of true crime coverage from Tony Brueski and the Hidden Killers podcast.